The Executive Yuan plans to ramp up stimulus spending to an unprecedented 1 trillion NT dollars.
Following the passage of their first bailout bill, officials are now drafting a second package that includes a 150 billion NT special budget, 700 billion NT worth of bank loans, and options to inject more as the pandemic continues.
Finance Minister Su Jain-rong said Taiwan's finances were healthy and able to support an increase to the national debt.
COVID-19 is hitting Taiwan's economy hard on all fronts. The 60 billion NT bailout package announced weeks ago already looks inadequate. The Executive Yuan plans to increase the package to as high as 1.05 trillion NT.
We're now looking at adding 1.8 trillion NT to the national debt. Fine. Please explain what this trillion will consist of exactly.
Part
of the plan is to provide financial relief. Some funds won't come out of the budget, some will. I think the Executive Yuan will hold a press conference to explain this further.
The Executive Yuan wants to add 150 billion NT on top of the special budget of 60 billion NT approved earlier by the legislature. Its proposal also includes 700 billion NT in credit from the central bank, Postal Savings Bank, and other public banks. And as the pandemic goes on, more funds could be added.
If the pandemic doesn't end, then it should be managed on a rolling basis. It's not like you can just produce one budget and say, this figure will fix the problem. I think we will see positive impact from measures to stimulate cash flow, tax cuts, and cuts to interest rates.
Taiwan's bailout of 1 trillion NT, or about 5% of GDP, is relatively modest compared to some nations. The U.S. relief package is equivalent to 60 trillion NT. The U.K. has marked out 12 trillion NT, which is 15% of GDP.
It's not the biggest bailout, but Taiwan has never dished out 1 trillion NT before, or 5% of the GDP, to help rescue the country's economy and industry and general development. It's unprecedented, because this is not help for the poor, it's help for people struck by a crisis.
A special meeting of the Executive Yuan is slated for Thursday to thresh out the details of the plan. As Taiwan gets to grips with the long-term impact of the coronavirus pandemic, the work has just begun.